Well, let's take a look at some of the numbers now in India. In 2022, there were more than 400,000 reported crimes against women. That's on average 51 crimes every hour. And there were more than 31,000 rapes reported. That's one every 16 minutes. Let's talk now to Mahima Jain, based independent journalist covering gender, environment and health for Indian and global publications. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Thank you for having me.
So just talk us through your reaction to the protests we've seen on the streets.
The protests are justified, and it's obviously happening because this was a brutal murder in the workplace. On the one side, we want India to be the superpower where we want women to participate in the workforce. And when they go to work, this is what happens. So it's kind of shocking and sad, but it's not uncommon that there are over 690 million Indian women, and almost all of them carry this fear that something might happen if they are out late. So this protest is a direct response to what has happened. But as you just said, there are hundreds and thousands of other cases that happen every year, and reported crimes are just a tip of the iceberg in India. So it's kind of sad to note that on Independence Day, we're talking about this because Indian women clearly haven't gotten the freedom or liberty to live without fear of violence.
And what are the kind of practical changes that you think would need to be implemented across the country?
So after 2012, as your colleague said, there were laws that were brought in, and because there was this huge outcry, and we wanted harsher laws, stricter punishments, swifter justice. But in 14 years, that's really not changed much because conviction rates are still at around 34% or so, and there are around over 90% pending cases overall under the category of crimes against women, and that's one end of the thing. So clearly, laws aren't just going to deliver what we need to make India safe for women. The other issue is obviously entrenched patriarchy and sexism, and this is a society when women and men are surveyed if it's okay to hit your wife. Many women and men think it's all right to do so, and it's justified in certain cases. So there is an overhaul that is needed, and words about having stricter punishment for this particular crime isn't going to really help us. We need action on multiple levels, sensitization programs in schools, colleges, families, and community support for women who come forward, mental health care for women who suffer this. So there is a lot that needs to be done, and there are many intentions that have been put forth in the last few years, but hardly anything has delivered.
Mahima Jain, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.
Thank you.